What's up, B? It's been a minute since the boy been on his live pitch, man. You know what I mean? I want to test it out. Say happy birthday to the squall. How y'all doing? Y'all dehydrated? It's hot as a ish out this. You know what I mean? Y'all boys gotta stop playing games out here. I do know that. It's a lot of y'all people that want to be failures in this thing, man. I don't get it. Yeah, it's a beautiful thing out here, people. If you really give it the necessary push it has and need. Yeah, who am I? Just a retired OG, elder, triple OG. Some people don't like him. Most people love him. A lot of people disrespect him, respect him from afar. Get near. Sometimes it's love. How y'all doing though? What's good with y'all? Talk to me nice. Whew. Gotta be dehydrated. In the shade. Damn, I ain't bring my. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I got some water. I gotta go get a Rizak, cause I ain't got no bizarre right in this hand. Yeah, I should. I should just go barefaced. No diddy. I'm looking like something. I don't know why I'm going through these relationship issues, but that's a whole nother other. Sometimes it could go in the mind. Don't let the person that always have a problem speaking on it think they always innocent. Me, I'm hard on purpose. I ain't had it easy, and I gave a lot of easiness out sometimes. And relationships is supposed to be a joint project, not one-sided. Even though we know we have a leader, sometimes we have the alpha. If the alpha need a break, need some assistance if he gonna be with you forever, right? But mates don't get it like that, especially people that have different levels of learning what being a mate is. But let's talk this blood ish, right? Independence. From the Stones to the Apes, from the Brims to the Maybachs, to the independent sources all over the world. Salute, Black Wall, that's a physic. Salute, Harmony 5, Shazam. Oh man, free the guys, you die slow, man. Eat a dick, you gone off of this, you heard? Die slow. Icy Pistols, what up, Waving? I mean, a lot of people was messing this up. Bad vibes, salute my G's. And people stay away from this thing because hardship is not coming with the indictment part. You ain't get to that level yet. That internal bonding, that so-called reveal, sacrifice, devote, stay in accordance in the rules and regulations, that right now is making people have a reason not to be there. We ain't talking about the old heads. We're talking about the young guys, cause the young guys realize their friends on their block, their building, they can make their own crew. They ain't got to be blood no more. Y'all ain't seeing the different crews? Mind you, blood is gonna make a whole bunch of other crews in blood, not just the particulars. Yet to give salutes to the individuals that care about concerns of their family and have room to respect all the other homies. Salute to y'all. It's been hard. 32 years. See, a lot of people be throwing away the old school. All right, it's a far ago. It's a far ago time. 32 years. Y'all ever process that? Some people ain't got time to think 2 years ago, but 32, I mean, I get it why you don't want to listen to them. Y'all feel forever their education should made y'all Yet, you know how much y'all take away the education that was given to y'all? People couldn't read, they couldn't write, they didn't know how to wash their ass, they didn't have social skills. They was punks, cowards maybe. They was feared, like they had so much fear in them they kept their self withheld from. And do you know that examples and pressure and an opportunity where you might get your head blown off, educated people, they don't want to give that first generation that. They just think it's all about bang bang to the boogie going against oppressors. Like the wars that people act like didn't matter, they so happy they ain't have to experience. And keeping it official, a lot of people don't really know the wars that really went down. Cause unfortunately, all the homies that got up here, either they wanted to make their self look good, sent a story that was bullshit, exaggerated, lied, wasn't there, took another person's identity theft in the jail sense, or they ain't get along so much they couldn't jointly give the lessons of what made people join it, and then when they join it, how they seen it in their view, collaborate with the others. And then give y'all a nice little internal, true, real right example of people that can give you examples of how it was. Like, shout out Bad Vibes. Like, me and Bad Vibes, we ain't HDM, right? And if you ain't had no gat, it's seldom if you had a lot of them on them, you know, like those dart throwers people be having, you know what I'm saying, mad shit up on them. Yeah, what up, Rose Gold salute, big bro, happy birthday. Happy birthday to all y'all too. I don't know why you got why I ran on there, kitty lover, get it together. Now, if you had a gat and you believed in a homie or you felt the homie had it in him, you give it to him. Bad Vibes ain't have a gat. Devon Gremlin ain't want to give it. Yo, I'm telling you now, Bad Vibes. He ain't want to give you his gat. So he told me he told you he ain't have a gat, but he's telling me this and I ain't hear that because I was paying attention to something I walked past. Why are you going to do whatever you going to do? Remember, this was you and Devon's situation. So Bad Vibes going to put his work in. So I go give my gat. That was my gat, Bad Vibes, that you had. That's why I'm like, it's over, it's done, ain't nothing. You know what I mean? I'm from the land of having a gym stall, you know what I'm saying? And breaking it with the back part. Oh, you so charged up. You like, I hope they don't see what I'm doing, but this is imperative and breaking it and giving it to a complete stranger. He out there, so you got one belief. You do your observation on it, look in his eyes. All right. It's looking like we gonna get busy up in this yard. You saying you ain't got one? You got one now. Let's go. Now, a lot of people celebrate wars and battles. Skip all the fact that we had HAD bold capital double space. Bam! We had to go to war. We had to have battles. We had to fight. We had to yield weapons and strike people. Was it a good method? In the sense of war, it was the greatest opportune method needed for blacks to get enough oomph to stand up, whether on their own or with another, instead of letting the other that they might not know from the ones killing squads of blacks. You know, it was a lot of blacks oppressing their own 4 building, 3 building, HDM, 9-5. We can go on and on. They wasn't perfect. Yet when it was time for them having those outlooks of going against their own, and the Latins go against them, blacks looked at it different. It's funny that you had to look at a prejudicial moment a racial example, as you say, to be like, whoa, 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 whoa. Yo, they ain't gonna be robbing our own, just like the Latins back then. The blacks couldn't squeeze a Latin if the Latin was a strong Latin in the house. Like, come on, that's my people. We don't mess with yours, you don't mess with ours. Hmm. You know the funny thing about that? It was no more of that once Bloods came on here. So again, I'm shouting out a history blanket. See, y'all, not all, yet so many can say fuck blood, justifiably so, today, 10 years, 5 years, 15 years. I've been home 12. I don't know if you're gonna go 20 years with that. Yet I can say 15 cause is now so saturated with so many individuals that hate is now really being brewed from inside. Let's take it back. You know in 9-4, right? 9-3. You have a one-hand list of bloods out. Bloods on bloods issues, shooting on each other, violating the treaty of blood love over our oppressed destruction. 9-4, you had your first two highlighted foes, which is Supreme and Shy 120. Not the Shy 120 known for rapping with the star on his head and living out of state in the Carolinas or the Yams, wherever. Um, and how that turned out, it was a battle of people trying to have power of blood, because blood became something now. It became a movement that people seen got 5 to 10 people willing to come together and go against oppressors. This is when it was like 5, 4, 2, less than 10 always of members. 9-5, Dada comes along. Not our Dada. Dada, the Jamaican that was food and blood. And the call was made. And of course, he was oppressing on his own superiors and mouthing off and going against the rules. You know, you don't lie on homies. You don't go against homies. Ain't no fighting. Set tripping was very seldom. Principles and guidelines was more educating you when we met more than all this rah-rah killing and banging and going against the oppressed. That's when you had an opportune moment. It was seldom wars. We talking about in years. 9-4, you can't say it was a whole bunch of wars. You can say it was a whole bunch of gates cracking and people popping off maybe on a shakedown or court situations, yet you didn't have wars. You didn't have battles. I got part of that data situation. I woke up early in the morning, old boy, bam! Now I'm telling people, yo, he got to get it. Just the word from H to now. This boy right here, he in our house now. He got to get it. Just like these Rickets, get to that boy right there. Him, don't play with him. He already know. And he dangerous. Don't play with him. Boop. Everybody like that break day, be on the floor, mattress, talk under the bells. Yo, what up, homie? What up? You know, it was a blood thing. It was a solidarity thing. It was a way of learning your lessons, your codes, learning your homies, and just bidding. Some people was hoping they'd make it through their trials. Some people got violations. Other people was just taking charges and waiting to go up north. Yeah, inside your bells, camaraderie, it was something that people really banked on. Or get the fuck off the gate. Don't even vibe with me like that. It's relationships that people had on the streets can never match to the bonding that people had under the circumstances, all right? So for people to get caught up in set tripping, it wasn't many. Then upstairs, it was an unfortunate situation where Sunday he got shot because him and Mac had words. And let's get this Mac shit tone right. Let's get this talk out, cause me and the homie Ty the Hunter. Shout out to you, happy born day, old veteran. Um, we was talking about how we know the difference, yet the mass need to follow what the populace did on Mac's name, right? Even if you ask Don Q, we know Mac didn't rat and point at a accused person that did a crime, seen it. He did it. He didn't do that. That's when everybody say, yo, he snitched, he rat. You right if that went down. It didn't happen like that. What Mac did is say, hold up, I got time. Y'all want me to do what? All right. This boy was doing this, that, and the third. Yeah, you right. Yeah, he did all that. Everything you said, yeah, I'm with that. Ah, he did do that. Yeah, and I'm a do this time. I'm a. And he gingerbread ran. He gingerbread man. Gingerbread man. Now I'm doing that consecutive, course. That's how many times he ran. He ran in, then he did a bid. He ran in, then he did another bid. He ran in, and then y'all met OG Mac. That's a liar on a person. Because let me ask you this, right? Why did he just say, yo, I got an affidavit saying that boy ain't do that? It's a whole lie, and this is how it happened. I went in there, I wanted to get something to eat. I had my lady there, got some ass. I ain't want to get extradited. It was time for me to boogie. But that man ain't do it. I just made that out. Why you think he got out like that? Ask him. So instead of highlight his name, that ain't what I'm giving you. Don't highlight he did a bad deed. Just correct what he did and move past that to hear what I'm saying. There's a lot of other people that build blood, yet them have the knack to lead and be out there and guide them. They didn't have that. They wasn't built for that. And the masses of individuals wanted to come up in their own way. See, in the actual sense of coming up, 9-5 to 9-6 to 9-7, those 3 years is making codes, lingos, roll calls, first top 10 OGs, superiors is getting names no longer lieutenants and captains and field generals, and all these different levels of changes is coming. Like, GKB, where them superstars come from? Like, damn, everybody want to be in the shit. I want to be on there, and I don't even know why everybody going over there. Non-trained GKB like this, bonding, having fun, competing. If you say something to one can speak about the other one for the other one and lead for the other one and then report back to them. And it was a certain thing. Mad Dog homies coming over, sex, money, murder, everything before went independent. And that's cool. That's a long time ago, people. 9-6, 9-7. Set tripping was Mac through his own deed again. Because you got to realize this, right? Mac was on what Macs do. He emulated what Max did. A Mac, like, players, Max, pimps. He was on Mac Ola-ish when I met him. OG Mac. His whole thing was shooting his ish like a lot of people do. And a lot of people, if you want to keep it real, emulated his style. Would love to emulate his style. Couldn't, meaning control-wise, yeah, individual-wise, you couldn't tell them they was bigger. That is segue to say why the imploding came. Meaning that one rule of thumb to keep one planet global, UBN style. So when Mac, and unfortunately, you have other things that added on to this history bandana. So when you got all these subs, meaning independent sub bodies of galaxies, like UBN is a galaxy. Now you got the Stone Age. Later on, we get the Ape Nation. We got, really prior, we got the Brim Army. We got the independents like sex, money, murder down the line. We got the independence, like those three names: Stone, Brim, sex, money, murder. A struggle of people trying to out those characters that we know of. The Ty Guns, the Pee Wees, the Dadas, the Lacey's, the Dick Wolfs, the SBs, the Ungambinos, the Pistol Pete's. Levels of people that wanted to be emulated, wanted to be compared, not to some people. They had to do better. So instead of filling gaps, it was more of register a name, emulate off of what they learned, and then broaden their own horizon. We got those NYBs cloudy in between. Sometimes the right person could get in the area with the independent and still bond with them. Some places people deal with brims. Other places these brims demand that they the same even though they the army. Same thing like the Stone. Same thing like the Gorillas. Set tripping was very far in between until individuals wanted to trip on their own. And I ain't gonna lie, I was one that could have been that got tripped on. Just like you seen the situation with CK. CK is our most popular set trip. This was Blind Truth. He's calling him a snitch, and Mac didn't snitch. So he didn't have papers that was floating around for everybody just to pass out like brochures. And they'd be like, see, Mac told on the motherfucker, and the guy in the trial did not want to reveal because he needed help from Mac so he could get home. This just a little history, on blood history, and I'm giving this part cause the world and internal bloods want to diss Mac so much, they diss y'all. Y'all diss each other, and dissing each other separate each other. And the more separation, the more hate. The more hate is fake love. We ain't set tripping because we want to be out here. Yo, what up, Scrap? And you don't mean it. Yo, them niggas be over there. You know, it's a lot of things yet. A lot of things ain't registered and experienced so we can know these things actually gonna happen here. Yet we seen certain things. Oh man, 32 years. It had a lot of things in there, from the codes changing to the solidarity of flags wearing in the system when people thought they was on the West Coast. I used to have like 3 bandanas on my neck, on my wrist, my ankle. Had some folded up on my table in my building. That's what we call our cells, because we ain't want to say cells. Then police was like, oh, these boys are some West Coast emulators. Huh? Oh no, y'all can't have these flags. Oh, these flags are no-go. If you knew how Bloods, how to bond and communicate to go against the system, not just the enemies, because the enemies ain't even know that they was a part of the family. They just had to get some straightening out. You know what I mean? Latins and blacks had a reason to be segregated because blacks didn't bond in houses, unfortunately, like the Latins did, no matter what. And the Latins bonding helped the community set kinship inside the system. So when the Latin Kings got big and the Bloods finally said that we got to do something, it didn't really have a need to have set trippers on each other. Yet, when it started getting a lot on that level of known people going against each other that was blood, for the wrong reason, sometimes over wordplay, over you shot my man, over people hopping over into a hood, leaving the problems they had in that hood to arise as this new member repping this hood, and when they shoot you, it caused problems, yet it rarely stem over from previous things due to bad leadership, people letting things happen. A lot of hardships came, yet y'all still surpass and prevail. I say all that to say, and many more I'm not saying, to prevail. The lies that y'all seen now, y'all don't know in between. There's been so much battling on YouTube. Y'all didn't get people to be able to say this happened, that happened. Then a homie, yeah, I heard about that. And another person be like, yeah, I was there. And another person be like, yeah, my man just hit me up. He told me, yo, salute, because he was there. Because everybody is, you know, separated, just like blood. You got ex-blood members. All right, let's play the game. How many bloggers said that they was bloods, experienced blood at one time? And how many had a great experience? I don't care if you talk about a long-term hardship off of getting stabbed up, beat up, people running on you. So now you so scorned, no matter what experiences you have, you say it was bad. I'm talking about did well off of stopping oppression, did well off of solidarity, pick people up, was a mentor, set the tone without others there, set the tone before war really had to be there. Like, really? So, for all those that did right and the wrong, that did everlasting sacrificing, you got to be proud of yourself that no matter how much they shit on you, the people shitting on you ain't go through nothing you've been through. And a lot of people that hold on to this shit was trained to enjoy it. And then some people, like me, I'm going to let you know, stood because others didn't want them there. So it's like, what? I wish you would. And they might do 5 years off of that. They like the fake camaraderie that they getting because they woofing people and getting them nervous or believing that they are. Yet that's why they still there. Yet their loyalty, nah. They pillow talk with their girl, their mama, everybody know their be out now. Before it was so sacred, like, mom, I know you mom and all that. You come before them on the sly. Yet while we together on the sly, I ain't gonna be sharing my BI with you. Nah, I love you, mom, but that's a dub. You 550. Oh yeah. That's how it is with a lot of people that cared about this thing. It's many people in many hoods, many people that I know that many people don't know I know. There's many people I don't know that I wish I did get to meet them, yet I will never let them know that because it was so far ago when I wanted to meet them. I don't know who you are now. Do I get in the mix up in with people? For what? I'm always the one that you want to compete against. See, people thought the deception and revealing speakings I gave of my ventures was downplayed, maybe false. Y'all the dummies that later experience your own situation with the same people. And then you want to know what I've been through, and I'll be like, fuck off. Mm-mm. You learned judo, right? And I don't laugh at it. I just had to learn the hard way. So you got to realize you're never gonna be awarded by a person that wish your highlights was half of theirs. See, you gotta realize doing a bid and not having a lot of sacrifices like another person, but that person move around so much you'll think they ain't had nobody on their side, is a strategy competition that you ain't even knowing you recruited for. So it's like this. You got people that want to be you. And I don't want to say it like Quell told me this shit. And I'm using what he told me because I knew he was telling me this because this was him. If you listen to Quell, watch this. Quell says shit like, I ain't using the people who love you for the things you did and hate you at the same time. Not that rendition. You got people that want to be you, yet add some of their highlights, the front light, put those two together, and then that's them. All right, and they go forward. Like bloggers, like a person to take your slang, take your accolades and your similarity skills and pump it the better way. A person to know how to put digital Hollywood together and post things out that you're not adapted to. You got individuals that are never meet a medium ground. And these people that go there know they and will go and say that's them, you, when they go to those mediums. So what happens when you got people that each time you get the word on something, you're not gonna be able to go up in the huddle and be like, so what's the next play? When you hear about, oh, shit popped off, and you gotta imagine how the spot was, and then you be like, yo, what happened? Oh, they shut it down. You like, word? Yo, they got hurt? Oh, nah, they left everybody else hurt. You like, word? So, all right, I gotta send the card out. Why? You supposed to be waiting for one. That person on that example, right? Yet you have those, and this was Quell, because he took versions of things and thought he can implement things off of the versions he heard. Knowing he heard it and it wasn't in a box. He was in the snake pit around the corner. So you can swing around the corner. I forgot it was a guy that used to always be his messenger, but you can swing around the corner and get word outside, kite pushed outside, some way, somehow, to get word to find out before you assume anything, because it's dangerous when you go against your own. And it's even dangerous when you go against a stepper that will come after you in the mix of the missiles sent at him. Because you got to realize, I ain't know Quell sent that Hitman move. Yeah, that's Hitman. And a lot of other people, Ross Son, I don't know if that's the one that passed, but he know, and Pee Wee, and let's get to it, y'all. Is this what we doing? I'm here for that. The Ricketts ain't get me. You? Oh, nah. Where the fuck you bitch asses is at? Remember them days? Nah, this ain't have nothing to do with me knowing who did it. It's you made an attempt at me? All right. Those is a rarity. Yet I could have been on that scale of a victim. God was on my side, real right on the right side of things. I was blessed. Did I say I'm leaving? Fuck no, I ain't going nowhere. Let's bang. Oh, shit. I'm a little mad. Time is going down. What happened, D.I.? What happened, Kai? Checkmate? Boom. It's a riot. We're all floating and going. We're moving and being drafted and sent here and sent here and sent here. Yet I'm in another population. I get trapped, I get out, I get trapped, I get out, and then I get trapped and sent out 41 days. I'm in Wendy's. Psh, population, let's get to it. Who you be? You know who I be. This what my name is. This what I bang. This where I'm from. And get the fuck out my face asking me questions. You know, it was a young adolescent Bob. Psh, that's all old shit. Yet we had a bond that made those people 5 years later say, I'm out. I want to go over here and try and great idea, yet the worst chess move the board ever had. Great idea, worst chess move the board ever seen. So, unfortunately, you got a lot of people that's able to start saying Brooklyn, Bronx, Harlem, Staten Island. I don't know how much fuck Queens is going on. There's a lot of hitters in Queens. I'm fucking with you. Yet I ain't hear too much fucking Queens because there was a lot of Queens people that was coming to spots and you had to smile when Queens heads was up in there. You always be like, yo, I ain't even know. And then 50 shit drop. What? See, y'all ain't had Power of a Dollar. I was blessed. I already had the tape up in there. It was green for people that knew how to, you know what I mean? I had a lot of, and I'm playing that shit, so, you know, let's not get this fucked up, people. You know what I'm saying? I got this done in Auburn. You see the brick wall, the red brick wall behind that? You know what I'm saying? It was kind of hard on that side of the street. Yet I only live and come from that side of the street. So y'all had to see granite, black top, cobblestone, dirt with few little twigs of a plant that had some grass on it. Yeah, that's how my streets was repping Queens and UBN. When I was neutral, Queens, and when I was blood, UBN. And when I was both, I always mixed both together like non-train GKB. Yeah, we had a great time. And I stopped the legend stories behind all this fuckery that happened out here. Excuse my language, but it was a top tier, bold capital letter, double space, in your face fuckery going on. That stopped the legend shit. So I had to pew, 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 pew. And look at some of the targets now. You got Smitty Stone, Brim, Lion, and fucking Flatbush on the side of a brownstone building like this. Yeah, you know. Yeah. Looking for the guys. And pew. Then you got Implode King Jaffe B on the tube just imploding. I hope you don't do nothing on Blood birthday, bro. Relax today on a, the trilogy you got going on. And pew. Then we already know Bun Buns ain't really able to say this. He's a Illuminati case handler fixer. Again, is you gonna take that brick section down and show a spin of that white room? Because it looked like one of those dry rooms, and they just put that in the corner. Cause when that phone flip, I gotta get that remix. I gotta go find. I hope you ain't cut that. I hope I ain't get you a weird right now. Pew. Yeah, I think that's all. I ain't even gonna mention I ain't even gonna deal with the stale bread. We gonna leave that one alone. Pew. And guess what? I only seen one of them in my travels. Oh, I ain't seen him, but he seen me too. He broke down the story of me being in 4 South, me and Dog. I never understood how you used to always have stories of me and Scar, Scar Valentine, rest in peace. Thinking of you, Scar Brim. Southside, get the money, boy. Head up. So I didn't understand how he used to have stories about me and Scar Valentine. Gate banging, arguing, and all that, because I was on 4 Southwest. Yeah, he said he was in the house when I was in the house with Doggy Dog, Babyface Nelson, the rap from the Bronx, Poppy. Pew. So none of them people was with me. And I was all in the maxes. And it's not one jail I didn't go to, I wasn't in population. The only one that I could say was under a month was when I was in Comstock. I was in that jail 41 days. But if I was in that jail for 60 days plus, I'm in population 30 on. 99% of the jails. That can make a person be like, fuck you mean, yo, they ain't cut him? Nah, man, yo, he got stabbed in the eye. Yo, he ain't lose his eye. Nah, yo, he slammed him. Yo, he got up out of that. Nah. Yo, dude had this little poke in the glove and, poked him in the eye. Yo, everybody thought his eye was gone, but yo, he slammed the dude and he was fucking him up. Police took him off and he took him up in there. Nah, then he just came back. He stood in that jail 5 years and, yo, he had his weight up and, and I don't even know. I'm in a downfall pick 6 selection competition with these people. Just keeping it official. I don't got no time to worry about them. I want to get out of jail, be safe with everything that's around me, and then bang hard. That's a lot on my plate. And then in between time, how the bidding go is how the bidding stay in the memory. Some of them people love to be in a box. Many of them love to be druggies. Some of them need solace with the homos. Everybody wanted to be yes men and great leaders. They hood hop, go from this hood to that hood. They say they from Brooklyn when they want to say they live with their grandparents. They want to say they from Jersey when they want to say they live with their parents. If there was individuals able to keep peace without trying to compete like back then to this day, y'all would be way better and bigger. And that's what's the good thing out of it, because bigger would have been a lot of indictments, a lot of bravado would have caused a lot of indictments, a lot of false indictments would have caused a lot of rat, and then implode all for others gaining indictments. Because just blood existing, do you know how much exists? How much created, taken away, and given? Mm. I'm taping, you know what I'm saying? DC, what up? What up? Say, Neppy, West Side, what up? Salute. Salute. Esau, son, who my big bro? Salute, Tamu Tamu. Yeah, take it back. Happy Born Day. ZBS, Destiny Howe, happy Born Day. That's a fact. That's a fact, Rose Gold. I mean, I just wanted to give a little vibe, and it's much more with this blood shit that's fucked up. Like, it took the individuals to do behind scene that shit's supposed to happen. Fortunately, shit don't have to happen because you see the players. Things can happen because the genders is on two sides. You got girls thinking they niggas, nuts, want to act like they get busy and you can't get busy. You got guys that think that they bitches, they walk around with their chest poking out like they got double, triple C's and D's put up in them. And then you can't do nothing to them because they pay for their fan mail. Why y'all let so many of these fuck people last? We can't say arise. They gonna come, and what you do with it is what you supposed to do with it. Yet what you do with it is why y'all where you at. And then your own fuck with them, I just fuck. Who are you? You should be removed. And another thing that I probably left, let's get back to it. I ain't probably did, I did. You know how many hoods have gangs now because of you bloods doing bad examples? Like the 61st Road Backstreet Click. That'll be their long ass name, so you'll know exactly who they are. We ain't talking about the ones in the front. We talking about the back. You see? And they feel they do better than joining this blood, but guess what? They doing that, and when they get caught up in these DFYs, these incarcerated back and forth trips, they know they got to get involved with to be down. They claim a blood or crip hood in their neighborhood. And at the right moment, and depending on the situation, they will flip on the blood or the crip, whatever gang they going with, in the front street look of things, for their mans from the neighborhood, the shit really get funky in there. Because I done watch kids do it without no hesitation. So I can imagine what the adults is doing daily. So I said all that to say in the 32 years, that's all they know. This is a lie, right? I said all that to say that I'm gonna go back to my legends. Yet this page is on a, sideline pancakes, 64 Chevy type of ish. I gotta go through another appeal next month. It don't work over there, I'm full time on the other page. Doggish. Yet I'm gonna make sure one taping, if it's some doggish, it's some doggish. If I'm dogging you, or if it's a dog topic from the doggish type of people, that's where we going. If that's the only channel I'ma have, I'm gonna fluctuate some topics and give you different levels of the legend. So it might be the war story of the legend, like the Homo war stories, Powerful war story, Mad B war stories, Robo war stories, rest in peace. Recipes, Cliffhanger Banger war stories, Pookie war stories, Top Gun war stories, Wayno, Deadeye, Mac. We could go back. Y'all got to see what made people influence join that. And so many people act like what you hear in these millennium gossip lines is in real time, boy. I don't know how you punk ass dudes that lie really live your life with this shit y'all claiming for whatever years, yeah, no cuts. This shit on the back of my head happened in Job Corps. I think it's over here. That shit happened in 88 Job Corps. I got stabbed in my eye right here. There's no way in hell dude had a gun like that and did that and then stuck a knife back in their goddamn pocket like that story does. You know what I mean? Yeah, got a little cut on my ankle. I don't got stabs in my chest, my back. I'm not no track star. I know how to fight. I worked out on a regular. I mind my business, even though I'm banging. And if it's up, you don't wait. Now, LLC, you know how many people y'all entertainers are shoulders with and y'all ain't doing nothing? That makes me see that y'all don't get along and y'all won't get along. Yet, it's 32 years, people. In GKB, y'all got 28 years. Yeah, y'all 4 after, right? No, 3 and 6, y'all 3 after. So y'all got 29. Do something better with what y'all got, man, instead of just existing. You know what I'm saying? That's all I got to say on the whole matter. You know what I'm saying? Keeping it real and being better for your people, or be able to show when it's those people that is relentless with being criminalistic or failures. All right, let me guide you with this gang-ish. And then seeing those that 1 foot, 1 out yet claiming, then you guide them to not deal with the gang. Trying to be that voice in both circles, you can get shut out. You can mislead the wrong circle when you go through moments of getting shut out. So some businesses, their business, like you gotta go through hardships. You gotta experience your own ish. I can't tell you what to do with it. I can tell you what not to do is values that you ain't get to them clinics yet, because you really learn Jews in jail. Rules got to be for those that came from jail or old folks that once came home from jail, was taught from somebody, and now they can just teach them things that they know is imperative. Teach these boys that selling so fast can hurt their future because they think that that's a rite of passage to do. Meaning, at youth, you don't think that they're as brave as they claim until they show, no matter who's in the room, they the same. Yet, if you see they need some tuning up, because that's just going to be them, make sure they know what not to do so they don't do too much of the wrong thing repetitiously and then get the wrong rep and get turned out from being what they would have. Because these kids young now, what? 13-year-old, 2 hammers, 13-year-old body, 14-year-old, 2 body, 15-year-old body, attempt, 3 guns. These are people I gotta look over. These are kids I gotta look over. And they from Queens, Brooklyn, Staten Island, Manhattan, Bronx. Ain't even near these examples I'm talking about. I'm telling you people, how many of y'all celebrating together? How many brims need to pay homage to the UBN for them seeing how to do what they consider right? So many internal jail rifts that people don't even want to be together out here, and they ain't never been to jail. And if they was good kids back then. Now they tough out here because they didn't played a lot of little games they could play better out here than you can in the system. And for you old people that's still claiming, if you ain't got no LLC, tell me why you blood. Because if you ain't got no LLC, you can't tell me honorable Because you ain't even smart enough to put on what you repping. That repping shit had a reason to rep early stages. Okay, war, oppression, yada you. Now it's more honorable and loyal to a pack of people that want to say they have a justice group, an honored family, love that's unbreakable, that I'm not leaving this type of shit. A lot of people was down with that for that purpose. None of them years propelled y'all to turn a Ford Taurus into a BMW, and the BMW to superly upgrade past the Benz and get something like a Rover or Jag or Bentley. There's no propelling, yet you people was in jail talking about we need some doctors, lawyers, we need some architects, and all that mumbo jumbo history-ish. I don't want to lose the whole family with this shit. I'm about to go get high and celebrate. You be in love, Black Wall Street, East Side. Y'all already know the rules. Pimpish.